Hi guys, 18 Dapper here, and today it's another match preview. It's Oxford versus Donny at the Kassam Stadium this Saturday. Let's get the video started. So another big game for Donny this Saturday, away at Oxford. If you're new to the channel, these match previews have got the following format. We look at the previous meetings, current form for both teams. We look at a player from Donny Rovers, player focus, one to watch for Oxford, and then finally a score prediction. So previous meetings, not played each other too many times. Donny come out on top 4 times, Oxford come out on top 8, and then we've shared the spoils 5 times in our history. So looking back at the last 5 games where we've faced each other, I had to go back to the 03-04 season when it was called Division 3. So home and away, decent season for Donny. We got a 2-0 win and a 0-0 draw. And then we didn't face each other for a number of years. The next time we saw Oxford once again was in the 17-18 season in League One, where it was a very damaging season. We lost both 1-0 as well. And then earlier on this season, we shared the spoils with a 2-2 draw at home. Onto the league table, very interesting reading for Donny. Oxford season petered out a little bit, but for Donny, it is going down to the wire. So a couple of bad results have opened the door for Peterborough. They have a game in hand, 3 points behind us. The saving grace is that our goal difference currently sits at +16, whereas Peterborough's are at +9. Hopefully we can get that result. I think one more result will see us into the playoffs. Peterborough's game in hand against Portsmouth, and looking at them, they'll be wanting them points too, because that will take them into the automatic. So that is a tasty game coming up next week, I think it is. We will be keeping a close eye on that. Oxford at the minute sat in 11th on 59 points. They can't drop any further than 12th, and can't go any higher than 9th. So steady mid-table season for Oxford. And personally, I think they'll be happy with that. In the comments down below, if you're an Oxford fan and you're not happy with that, what were your expectations at the start of the season? Have you achieved them or not? On to current form. Touched on it. 2 defeats recently for Donny have not helped us in our position. Defeats over Easter against Sunderland, where we just didn't turn up, and then against Accrington, where we just didn't turn up for the first half. Second half much better, but just didn't have enough to get back into the game. Too little too late, Danny Andrews free kick. But hopefully, like I say, we can get that win. I think that will seal our place in the playoffs. Oxford's form, very, very different. In the last 5, 4 wins and a draw. So our form, we don't want this form leading into the playoffs if we actually make it. 2 defeats in a row, as I've said, opened the door for Peterborough. Do we have enough to stop the rot? Do we have enough to get the points that we need? I think so. I think we've got a result in us. Just need to perform for the 90 minutes and not just for 45. Need the midfield to be helping out a lot more. Need to be a bit stronger. Marquis been feeding off the scraps. Just need to get that bit more quality in the final third, and we'll start scoring goals again. I think confidence breeds confidence. So if we go ahead in a game, I think we'll be all right, but it's just getting that opportunity. Oxford, fantastic form of late. It's pulled them away from danger, and it's a nice calm end to the season. Not panicking about going down, not thinking how we're going into the playoffs, or it's kind of a nothing end to the season. And as a Donny fan, we don't get them very often. We're either fighting at the top or fighting at the bottom. This season, it's the better one of the two. We're fighting near the top. Oxford currently on a run where they've only lost one game in 11 outings, so that is some very, very good form. Most notable recent wins have been against Coventry and Charlton, so saying that Oxford are definitely not on the beach yet, so they won't be playing in the flip-flops. Donny, we need to turn up. Player focus for me today is John Marquis. 49 appearances, 23 goals, 6 assists. He's been on a little bit of a goal drought recently, not scoring in 7 before scoring the penalty against Walsall. He's got his critics. There's a lot of people around us and in the stadium who give him quite a bit of grief. I don't get it. I don't get it myself. If you're watching this and you're a fan of a different club, would you want John Marquis in your team? Is he one of those where when you're faced on, you think he's the one that we need to look out for? In the comments down below, let us know. It's just been announced in the PFA team of the season, so for me, he's doing something right, and it's well deserved in my opinion. I think his work rate is second to none, and he scores goals. I know he misses a lot of chances. I know he spits his dummy out, but personally, I like to see that passion on the pitch when things aren't going his way. It's visible that he's not happy. As long as he's in there getting the chances, if he misses them, I'm not too fussed. As long as he's scoring 15 to 20 goals a season, he's all right in my book. On to Oxford, I've gone with James Henry, midfielder. 54 appearances this season, 14 goals, 10 assists. Chose James because he's the top scorer for Oxford in all competitions, and he's also the top creator of goals in all competitions. So we've got to watch him either, well, in and around the box, both for his creative ability and his goal scoring ability. A lot of the goals did come near the start of the season, not scored in a while, but definitely one that we need to look out for on the day. And finally, my score prediction. Looking at Oxford's current run of form, our current lack of confidence and nervousness while we're out on the pitch, I think it's going to be a tough one. I don't think, as I've said earlier on in the video, I don't think Oxford are going to be on the beach or playing in the flip-flops, as the sayings go at this time of the season when a team's not really got anything to play for. We have got something to play for, so I hope that we turn up. But on our recent form, our recent games that I've watched, I don't think it's going to go our way. I think Oxford will beat us 2-1. I don't like saying that. I hope other teams around us slip up as well. But I think it's going to go down to the final day against Coventry at home, and we will see what we do there. But I can't see us cementing 6th spot on Saturday. Unfortunately, I can't make the game on Saturday, so there won't be a match day vlog. But if you've enjoyed this, stick a big thumbs up on it for us, please. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.